chamberofcommerce at 9:15. Mark Hilliard is with us this morning. Chamber of Commerce, always an active, busy place. Our visit presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. It really is a very, very busy. There's no time that isn't busy for you.
No.
But so excellence in education, we did that last month.
Yeah.
And
very big success over at the KCAC. We were thrilled to recognize a lot of those students and teachers, and it was fun. Really fun evening, and we wrapped it up, and we get to take a little bit of a breath from that over the next few months. But we're right back in economic development initiatives, and
with an event tomorrow. As a matter of fact.
We have our we have a business webinar tomorrow with Homer City Redevelopment and Kiewit. So that is primarily related to things that are going on that site. But for businesses and for chamber members, we're trying to get the word out on how those members can benefit from what's happening in Homer City. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. But more importantly, what they can do for their business to prepare themselves for the influx of people that are coming, what kind of things they can expect from the project, maybe some things that have happened with similar projects throughout the country and how businesses have taken advantage of that, and just some different trends and things that we can do as a business community to make sure that we're all benefiting from what's going to be happening over the next 5 to 10 years down in Homer City.
Now, this is done in cooperation or in collaboration with Homer City Redevelopment?
Yes, they're actually the ones putting it on. So Robin Gorman from Homer City Redevelopment and Leo Norton from Kiewit will both be the ones basically doing the presentations and answering some questions. So the chamber is mainly just playing as host for it, and they're the ones who are going to be putting it on and speaking to the businesses virtually tomorrow. And it's at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and you can still register if you're a chamber member. Just get on our website, and it'll walk you through it on our events page. And if you're not a chamber member and you can still join the chamber, and then you'll be able to join the webinar tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a really beneficial thing because something big like this that has never been in the area before, people have questions.
We get a lot of questions, and I want to make sure we stress that it's not. We're focusing on business impacts tomorrow, so we're not going to get into environmental issues and things like that. So if you're coming to ask one of those questions, we're not going to address those topics. Primarily this is about the project in general, so we're not getting a ton into data centers. They may touch on it as a potential part of the project because nothing is set in stone there. This is primarily going to be about the general scope of the project and the power block in particular. So, if there are certain questions that we can't answer, we're not going to be able to cover everything. And, we've been in talks with them for a while trying to put something like this on, and we felt like the timing was right. Even though we can't address everything that everybody wants to know, we can at least address a lot of the issues and certainly address a lot of the questions that the businesses have that impact them and how they can benefit from this. So we can at least cover some of that, and hopefully we're able to answer a lot of the questions tomorrow.
Well, the announcement of them coming was a month and a year ago, and there have been plenty of questions that people have had in their minds about what it would mean economically and in terms of a business environment. So this is a chance to get that done. All right. Wonderful. So that's one event that you have coming up.
That's one event, yeah.
But there's more.
Yes, we have our annual golf outing coming up this Thursday, so we are looking forward to that. That's at the Links at Spring Church, and we've held it there the last few years. They're a chamber member, and we love to give them a little bit of support too, and it's been a beautiful outing. It looks like Thursday may be the one day this week. We kind of have a little bit of a gap in some of the rains, so I think it at least is looking like a decent day for right now. But we are nearly sold out in terms of the teams that are coming. We have maybe room for 2 teams left in that outing on Thursday, and that's awesome for us. And we're a lot of people have had a lot of fun with that outing. We try to do some different things with it. We have different contests on different holes, so I think people are going to be surprised this year. We always add some different wrinkles. But it's going to be at the Links at Spring Church, and certainly want to thank some of our sponsors. S&T Bank is a big sponsor for it. First Commonwealth Bank, Rosebud Mining, and IC Light and Pittsburgh Brewing helped to supply some of the beverages that day. But that's going to be Thursday and at 10 o'clock shotgun start. So if you're looking to get out and golf to kick off the Memorial Day weekend, I think the weekend looks like it might be a little bit rainy, but if you want to find a gap in that weather, come out on Thursday and enjoy some good company.
Can squeeze them in.
We'll squeeze them in for right now. Yeah, we only have a couple room. I think like I said, I think we only have spot for 2 more teams. So yeah, we can get them in if they contact us today or tomorrow.
Yeah, better get that one done. All right. So and that is really the beginning of what will be a very busy summer, I'm sure, for Chamber of Commerce. There will be all kinds of activities that you're doing, and you know, one of the things that I like to highlight that probably I don't enough is the Chamber After Hours events, the social gathering type events. Those are really, really important events for the business community. Yeah,
we had a couple in April back to back, and we had great turnouts at both of them. We have one coming up here in the downtown area the first Thursday in April. I'm sorry, in June. I'm going backwards. So the first Thursday in June is actually at the YMCA's new downtown facility that they created as a fitness center here in the downtown area, and that is while they're doing some of the construction on their brand new fitness center, and they're a big addition and expansion over there. So they're hosting an after hours the first Thursday in June, and that's going to be right here in the downtown area. And we expect there to be a few more lining up. We've had some people calling us over the past 2 weeks trying to get them some things on the schedule for June and July. So we do anticipate that there'll be some more coming up, but that'll be our next one. And then I believe we have Altoona Curve Night coming up later in the month as well. That's Indiana County Night at the Altoona Curve. And, so we have quite a bit coming up. And then really for us, it's a matter of starting to plan for things like the Hall of Fame, which comes up in September. As you and I had talked about earlier, that was something that used to be in June. But given how many events that we have been doing recently, in the spring, it just was too much for our small staff to be able to put on. So we have that now going to be in early September with the big Hall of Fame event. And by the way, you can see the Hall of Fame wall now displayed at the new Welcome Center. So stop in, that is open, and we're happy to have people stop in and check out the place. We've had a lot of visitors over the past 2 weeks, so that's been nice. But other than that, Todd, we also are working on just other economic development initiatives. We're trying to plan a succession planning seminar for businesses, and we are in the early stages of bringing back the Women's Summit, which will be probably in the fall this year. We're looking at October, but we have had a number of meetings, and actually really excited because we have a lot of it's planned by almost all women, and we have some really incredible women that are part of the Chamber Board of Directors and some others that are involved with committees, and we've had a couple of meetings, and it's pretty impressive to see some of the brain power at work and the creativity with them. And I think this is going to be the best event that we've done in terms of the Women's Summit, and we're really excited about that. We'll have more details coming up for that, too.
That's turned into a very big event in the last few years.
Yeah, and we had taken a break for a year or two with it, but, Lori Kuzneski, being the first female chair of the Chamber of Commerce, really wanted to bring that back and had some great ideas from it. She's involved with so much, not only regionally but throughout the country, and she's able to bring back a number of ideas that she's seen that work in other places, and we felt like it was time to bring something like that back consistently here in the area and be able to cover a lot of different topics that are of interest, not just to women, but to anybody. It's career building and just building your own person, and I think it's going to be something that, based on the ideas that have been shared and some of the topics that are going to be covered, it's going to be something that people are really going to get behind.
Mark Hilliard with us with the Chamber of Commerce of Indiana County. I think one of the interesting things is with the coming of Homer City redevelopment, and the event tomorrow is a big part of what businesses can do in reaction to their coming. There have been a number of restaurants, a number of other developments along the Oakland Avenue corridor, for instance, in Indiana County, and those are great opportunities. But at the same time, you and the Chamber of Commerce, Homer City redevelopment can overwhelm a lot of folks and make them think that that's the only thing happening around here. But you're always working with somebody who was thinking about business in another way, and something that might not have anything to do with Homer City redevelopment. And the chamber is not only willing but very eager to work with anybody that has any sort of economic development possibility for the county.
Yeah, and big or small, Todd. I mean, true. We are trying to. We really try to put a focus this year as well on entrepreneurship and trying to focus on startups. So people have ideas, and we've worked with Eric Lauber at the TEC, the Technology and Entrepreneurship Center, and trying to find ways to develop and encourage not just people out of school, but even start looking at ways to start going into some of the high schools to promote entrepreneurship and talking to startups. So it could just be a brand new business that we're trying to focus on to help them get up and running and find them the right resources. Or it could be a business, like you said, not related to Homer City, but somebody who's looking to come in, and there are plenty of those. I mean, you look around the county, aside from what's happening in Homer City, there's a lot of growth throughout the county right now. It's not all related to that project. I mean, some of this stuff like the College of Osteopathic Medicine, huge announcement last week with the accreditation. I mean, that's that's stuff that is happening besides what's happening in Homer City, and it's a big deal for the county. So we're trying to focus on everything, and really the biggest thing for us is that we want to make sure with everything that is happening that the businesses that are here are able to benefit from it, and we can continue to focus on them and make sure that they're able to still be sustainable and grow and get as much business as they can, and whether or not they're benefiting from what's happening in Homer City, or whether or not they're we can find ways just to have them continue to benefit and grow aside from that project. That's always been a focus for us, and it's exciting because there is a lot of growth, and it's nice to see some of the new businesses come, like you said, on Oakland Avenue, and we always get asked that, what's coming next. And that's great. And some of those things are drivers, like when you see a Texas Roadhouse or a Chick-fil-A, those can be attractive for people, whether they're looking to work in Indiana County or whether you're looking to move a business here. But I think in general, there's a lot of other things going on, and we have good people that we work with, and anybody looking to start a business or bring a business here, we really put a full court press on with everybody in the community.
Yeah, I think it's just like a little kid opening up the Christmas presents. Well, once you see what's underneath that wrapping paper, then you see what's next. There's got to be more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you have to slow down a little bit too. Like I always tell my kids when they're opening gifts, so take your time.
Yeah, Christmas is once a year.
That's right.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd.
Accident on Indian Springs Road. Indiana firefighters on their way there right now, so the siren's just going off. Please give them the right of way. Make sure they get there and can do the job that they're out there to do. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS 2 before 9 o'clock.